Hey, hello everybody. This is Becky, and I'm here with Seoul Luxury magazine, and we are at the most exquisite location. It's called The View, which is a lounge that can definitely match its name. We have a beautiful view overlooking in Shinsa area, and here beside me, I would like to introduce Charles.
Hi everyone, my name is Charles. Nice to meet you.
So, Charles, can you tell me a little bit more about this place, where we are right now?
Yeah, the View Hip Hop Lounge is connected with Arena and Bound, and altogether we're exactly one same company.
Okay.
And we have invited many of the celebrities such as Nelly, Jessica, actually Jessie, Nelly, Neo, and more on. Day Day also.
Oh wow, that's really great. So, okay, what do you like specifically about this job? What makes it so unique and something that you wanted to do?
People like us, we want to make sure that everybody is having stress relief and entertainment area, whereas in everybody just wants to spend money and go crazy. Let me do that again. That's not true.
That's okay, take your time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the question again?
So, what makes this job something special and why do you like it?
Well, first of all, we're called the Night Riders, and we're usually
Oh, the night
waking up at 8 p.m., 9 p.m.
So you guys are
sometimes.
definitely nocturnal animals.
Oh yeah, we call each other vampires.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
When we move out here, people think that it's really easy in this industry to drink around and have fun, but you should be more surprised that people actually in this industry, we do not drink.
Really?
Very hard to find out.
Okay, actually, that is
Yeah.
surprising. I
Yeah.
wouldn't have expected that at all.
Yeah, we don't drink a lot. We have to be focused and
Right.
take care of our customers and clients,
Right.
and depending on which artists that we have to book also. And like I mentioned, we booked Nelly. Actually, last night, Silento came over to one of our other venues, and he had his birthday party.
Oh, how
And we
fun.
had Chloe Moretz, Red Foo, CEO of Formula E, and a lot of just wealthy people
Yeah.
coming into our venue. And we are known as the Samsung of Shinsadong.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's a good nickname to have, I have to say. Okay, so you mentioned to me earlier off camera that you're half Korean and half Italian. Is that what you said?
Yeah, my father is Italian and American, so
Okay.
I do have a American father and a Korean mother.
Yeah.
And I do speak fluent Korean as well.
Yeah, you were speaking earlier, which is probably very helpful in this business.
Very helpful.
Do you think that being able to speak Korean but not being fully Korean gives you access to a lot of different places?
In the beginning, it was very, very difficult because my heart and my soul is with Koreans, and I believe I'm also Korean. But at the same time, how people look at me is as
Right.
외국인.
Right, right.
So it was very difficult. But in this industry and working in for 4 to 5 years, which has
You put a
developed.
lot of hard work
Oh yeah,
into this.
Yeah.
Because your heart is into it too,
Yeah.
right? Huh, okay. So what makes this place, why were you drawn to this kind of work? It's quite
it's
a
a very,
unique,
very yes, it is.
it's a unique place.
I started 5 years ago, and I started as a manager at another venue,
Okay.
which is no longer existing.
Uh-huh.
And then just saw the value of how people work and how much of efforts that people put in, and then how much of papers that it fills up in the wallet.
Right.
And I was very impressed. So I said, if they can do it, then I could do it too.
Sure. What's
So-
stopping you?
It was all about clienteles. It was all about networking. It was all about marketing, and which I believe I have a friend named Steve. His last name, what's his last name? Wilcox, right?
Okay.
Steve Wilcox. I met him also 3-4 years ago, and he actually asked me the same question.
Oh, he
Aren't
did?
you-
Okay.
Yeah, he actually asked me the same question, and I also replied back to him, gotta hustle and gotta make that money and gotta make that wealth, and let's see how it goes. And I found out it's unlimited. There's no limit to this business. Always keep on going and going and going, and I just fell in love with it.
Yeah, it was just like what I was saying outside your window. It just goes on forever overlooking the whole city. So were you a part of setting up this place, The View?
Well, I started at Arena as a director, and I also came here as a director, but in the beginning, it was not a hip hop lounge. It was just a regular lounge. But then we all had different ideas, and we just decided to set up as only hip hop. And actually, at a Arena hip hop lounge, it's usually more trap, very modern. But in this venue, we decided to do only hip hop, alternative hip hop,
Okay.
and seems like it's working. And
Yeah.
we would like to make it even more. stronger, harder, and better.
Yeah. How long has it been since the View has opened?
Since October.
Not been long at
Not
all.
very long.
Oh wow, it seems like it's going well already.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
Not bad. Yeah. You're happy. Everybody's happy.
So you were mentioning earlier that networking is a really big part of this job. And you also were, throwing out names of well-known celebrities and faces that we know. That puts, let's say, the people that you're networking with live a different lifestyle, maybe a more luxurious lifestyle than what an ordinary middle-class person would, right? So that has to change the way you think and the way you interact
with them.
With these kind of people. Could you give us some examples about
Yeah,
that? How did you learn about that?
I'll tell you, a couple of my workers are very impressed that I travel to different countries and meet different people. And I have never paid any single dime traveling.
Really?
Because they invite me and then they want me to go to their venues and then kind of coach them and direct them. It started off with Macau, then it was Hong Kong, then it was China, Guangzhou, which we also have another business to open there.
Okay, cool.
And then recently it's Thailand.
Oh, nice.
And then we went to also Las Vegas and Los Angeles. When we go out there and we see people living in a giant mansion houses with yachts outside and many different cars. And in the very beginning, I was very shocked and I was very impressed. But I remember my mentor, his name is Danny Bay. He's a SVP of ACN, and he says, if you want to be rich, then surround yourself by rich people.
I would say that's pretty good advice.
Yeah, right. And I started doing that, and it worked. It definitely worked. And this Formula E CEO coming into this location where you're sitting right now, this was where he was sitting, and him and I, we interacted a lot too. Shared different ideas and business ideas, and a lot of other secret stuff.
Yeah, of course. Mentoring, right? It's necessary to have a mentor, especially in such a fast-paced business. So you mentioned when you first were meeting these new clientele that you're rather shocked by just the flagrant luxury style living that they had, right? So does that mean, did you come from more humble beginnings? And how was that transition from where you were to where you are today?
My family has been quite living in I don't want to say luxury. They've been living in a very normal lifestyle. I don't want to say that because my dad was he's a politician now. Hold on.
So you were well off, let's say.
Well, my father was a celebrity before in Korea, and then later on, he's now getting into politics. But we did have a time of bankruptcy, and it was very hard times. And when I first moved out to Korea, I brought probably around $400 to $500, and I was living off with that money for 8 months, eating ramen noodles for every single day for 8 months.
Yeah.
And that was a very harsh time, and I would never want to go back to that time.
Of course not,
And I do know where I come from. I know my background. And being in this level now, and then being in this position now, and with the financial status, I have to be more humble, and I have to respect many people. And I see many of the new foreigners or new kyopos coming into Korea, and I look at them as young cats.
Yeah.
And they're telling me I can do this, I can do that, I got this project ready to go, I got this ready to happen. And I always look at them like, okay, that reminds me of me a long time ago. But I always encourage them, always give them a good advice, and I'm just waiting for another person to step up and make it happen.
Yeah, of course. You know what it means to go through hard work, hard times, and how to hustle.
Oh yeah.
And make it to the top.
Oh yeah.
So what about in the future? What are you envisioning for yourself, for the View?
Since our boss made the monopoly of Shinsadong, I'm thinking about expanding mine to Asia.
Okay.
Because I do have a different companies. I have two different companies.
Oh, you do?
I have an enterprise company and then a production company. And I did have a model agency, but it was a very it was very difficult. So what I'm trying to do is I'm targeting Guangzhou, China, and we're thinking about opening up a hip hop club or hip hop lounge there.
Okay. That'll be really cool. Do you personally like hip hop? Is that why you're choosing this style?
I like every kind of music.
Yeah. You like everything?
Every type of music. I love it and I enjoy it. I can't live without it.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I'm kind of along the same lines. Yeah. So even though you say that you see yourself as Korean, other people view you maybe sometimes as a foreigner. right?
I've been called, are you Portuguese? Are you Brazilian?
I know the
Yeah,
same thing.
some people ask me, are you French? Are you Italian?
French, I would never get French.
I got called a lot. Even
Yeah.
some people ask me if I'm from.
Have you ever had Mongolian? I've had Mongolian.
No, I never had Mongolian.
Okay.
Some people ask me, are you from Uzbekistan
Oh,
or?
really?
I was like, whoa, don't go that far.
I could see a European,
Mm.
maybe some of that Spanish hot blood,
Mhm.
but I don't know about Uzbekistan.
No, it was quite funny.
So you've had that experience,
Mhm.
right? And so there's no doubt that has an influence on you, the way people look at you.
Mhm.
And so how does that then affect your view of this culture you're living in? Maybe just Korean culture, or maybe high-class Korean culture? Does that give
I
you a
do
different...
not see it as a high-class Korean culture,
Okay.
nor just regular Korean culture. I just see it as a nightlife culture.
As nightlife culture.
Right.
Okay.
Because, for example, nightlife, you go out and then you order bottles of champagnes
Right.
or liquors, and people drink. And once they're drunk and they're intoxicated,
Mhm.
they become one. I don't see them different. Even I had an experience where I saw a foreigner
Mhm.
and the locals.
Mhm.
They get along together. They do not even speak the same language, but
That's amazing.
they got along together.
Yeah.
Same. I mean, they're listening to the same music. They're in a same area, same vibe. So everybody got along all together.
Yeah. When your walls are down, you can connect with anybody.
Exactly.
Yeah. You just mentioned champagne, and I kind of wanted to point this out. You put this on the table. I didn't ask you yet what it is. Do you mind explaining?
Armand de Brignac. It is the most expensive champagne in the market
Really?
right now. One bottle we sell it for $1,800. Like 180만 원. But then just think of it as like 180 to 200만 원, like almost $2,000. And at Arena, the View, the Bound, people come in and order 10 to 12 bottles, maybe up to 20. Our record was 30 bottles, maybe 40.
Oh my goodness.
At one time, at one table.
No. I would love to try it. Just
It's very delicious.
Yeah, I bet it is. Where is it from?
It's from France, but I believe Jay-Z bought the company.
Okay.
So if you look at the behind the bottle, it says New York on it.
New York. All right, that's cool. So this idea of luxury, as you know, we're from Seoul Luxury magazine. And actually, I just asked you if this is high class, but you said no, it's nightlife. That's a whole new view on this idea of luxurious living, high class living. So in your definition then, what is luxury?
If you that question has been asked a lot, really, but people ask me, what is luxury for you? I do carry on some of the materials to show off, to let other people know. But like I told you, I do know where I come from.
Right, so you have that humility, you know.
For me, the luxury itself is just never getting bored.
Never getting bored?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a totally new one.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
asked some people these questions before. Can you explain that a little bit more? Because I'm sure you're not just talking about style and fashion.
Once you open up a venue and you keep it running, that I call it luxury.
Okay.
Because once you start getting bored, that's when you run off the business.
Okay.
And you don't have any clients and you don't get any customers and you don't have any good music, no trends, no taste. Now you're done. So what I call it luxury is keep yourself busy and you'll taste it, you'll see it, you'll feel it.
So there has to be some creativity involved, right?
Very much.
Right. So you got to be a little imaginative.
Oh, we don't sleep.
You don't sleep at all. Well, you guys are vampires. So.
No, we don't sleep. We finish around. Well, at this venue we finish around 3, 4 a.m.
Okay.
At Arena we finish.
What time do you start at?
We start at 9 p.m.
At 9?
We start at 9 p.m. and people start marching in around 10 p.m.
Yeah.
And we finish up at 3 a.m. maybe until 4 a.m. At Arena we start at 11 and we finish at 11.
Okay.
Yeah, 12
Are you
hours.
usually here all night?
I'm everywhere in Shinsedo.
You're all over the place. Yeah, you're just wondering. Okay, let's go back to luxury because I think your definition is so fascinating, right? Never getting bored. But then there are whole different levels, right? Talking about different levels of quality. Let's say it's a poor quality, it's definitely not high quality like The View, yet business is booming and you've got lots of clients, maybe they're not celebrities, and you're enjoying yourself. Would you consider that luxury, following your definition?
As long as you have many bottles at the table and you're making everybody happy, there's fireworks, you're bringing out fireworks and you're throwing napkins in the air and you're just showing off to everybody that, hey, guys, I ordered this many champagnes and bottles and why don't y'all just grab some bottles and have a toast with me? I call that luxury for myself, just for the nightlife and 신사동.
So it has a lot to do with relationships.
When I'm overseas, what I call luxury is, just vacation type. Just rent a car, just cruise around the road, and just open hood car.
Yeah. Oh, it sounds
Yeah.
really. I'm just imagining it in my
Yeah,
head right now.
it's fun.
Yeah. So
Very
I feel like
fun.
a lot of what you do is based on relationships.
Based on
meeting
relationships.
people, right? What is the best way to meet a new person?
Oh, now that's a big secret that I barely even tell my workers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Am
but
I allowed to ask this?
sure. I'm already in Seoul Luxury magazine, and my secret is, even if you hate that person, always reply with a smile and get that guy's number, get that girl's number, and keep that phone number in your phone.
So always just have them on call. Always be ready. Do you keep
Always
in touch and remind them?
Oh yeah, you
invite
have
them
to.
events
Oh
and
yeah,
that kind of thing?
not about inviting. People who are very selfish and very rude, what they do is they're continuously calling their new relationship friends or people who just met and then they're just calling them out to the nightlife. But what I do is I take them out to dinner, I take them out to lunch and invite them to my house, build that friendship first, and then let them know, hey, why don't you come to my venue and then have yourself a little table.
Nice.
Yeah. There you go.
It's interesting because we have this idea of luxurious living, and it's kind of can be cold, right? Gold, sparkles, right?
I love
Rich
gold.
And wealth. Yes, but it has a feeling almost separation sometimes, right? If you don't have the goods, then I don't have a reason to know you. But the way you're talking is it's all about relationships,
time and
right?
relationship.
Investing in people, and you've seen that it's been really fruitful.
It takes time, very long time to build that relationship, but you cannot. There's a saying in Korean, 김치국부터 마시지 말자, right?
Yes, yes.
So, just by saying that, do not expect to have the gold first, but start off with the dirt.
Would you say that's kind of one of your mottos?
Yeah.
Do you have anything like that you live by in your life?
The company that I run is called Desco, and our slogan is fearless.
Fearless. Short, sweet, to the point.
Because many of my workers, before they started working with me, they were just afraid. Should I do this? Should I take this project? And should I even talk to my boss about this? And the reason why I call it fearless is because have a fear, and that's good, but fear nothing and just go for it. Yeah. And once it happens, and it happens. If it doesn't, then make it happen again.
That's a really inspiring point. Okay, so we're just gonna tie up here, and we'll come back again after a short break.
Great.
But hold on to your next thoughts, because I've got a lot more questions.
No problem.
Motto, fearless, right? You just said that. And can you give me maybe a story? Like, give me an experience in your life where you really lived that motto out. It's kind of a sudden question.
Yeah. It's not about the answer that I'm worried about. It's very violent.
Oh dear. So. Hold on a second. I got a better one. Can you give me an experience?
Okay. I got one.
Oh, you have one in mind? Okay,
yeah. I remember meeting one man outside of arena, and they could not enter because of how they look and how the image looks, and usually it's dress code. Because of their dress code, they could not enter. I met them, and they spoke Chinese, which I speak very little, and asked them, like, are you guys trying to go into arena? And they said yes, but they're not letting us in. So I talked to them, and I was like, the table tonight is around this price, and they pulled out this much of cash from their pocket, and this is, I want to go in. I said, okay, why don't I make you reserve it for tomorrow, because tonight is very packed. He goes, can I do that? At arena, I was the first person to make a reservation the day before, because we never had the system. So we made that happen, and then the next day he came over and we talked out, and he was also half Asian and half Portuguese, because he's from Macau. And I told him, I only like you because you're half. And he says, really? It's like, yeah. Where are you from? Macau. You know what? I'll visit you. And he never believed it until 3 days before I actually went there. I messaged him. I said, I booked my flight. I'm gonna go see you. He's like, you're actually coming to Macau to see me? I said, yes, I am. Where can I book the hotel? He's like, don't worry, I got you. So he booked a hotel for me, and then restaurants, transportation, everything was done. Now, I went there, but the second time he came back with the Chinese celebrities. He came with Abin. He's a celebrity from Taiwan, I believe, and Tom Price. He's also a celebrity from Taiwan. He came with them also with a banker from Macau. And they came in, and then I then provided them the transportations and the food and hotels, and that worked out. And then now they called me again saying, I'm going to open up a restaurant, please come for the grand opening. Okay, no problem. So we've been going back and forth and building the relationship. But if I was scared
Or
to
judgmental.
right, if I was already scared to meet them from the very first sight, saying, hey, let me do this for you guys, of course I was scared. We didn't have the system before, and then we did it, and then now what is that one bank system from China? Not it's something Union. Do you know that?
The bank system, Western Union?
Western Union. Yeah, we did not have Western Union at Arena, but then after the situation, we installed Western Union.
That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that's a successful story.
Oh yeah, I guess so. And then the story went on and on and on, and they carried my name and they spread it out in Hong Kong and China. So CEO of Formula E, his name is Alejandro Agag, and he heard about my name, and then he visited Korea, and then he called me right away. And we had a great dinner. He had a wonderful time at the View Lounge and Arena. It was very fantastic.
Yeah, that sounds wonderful. It seems like everything, not everything, but a lot of what you do is based on relationships.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, and it's really good to finally hear that and know what's going on with you. We are going to tie up things here.
Great.
But like I just said, we're here with Charles here at The View. So anybody, wherever you are in the world, you're welcome here, and we hope you'll come visit sometime.
When you're at The View, look for Charlie.